Good evening or good evening. Welcome to the live Facebook. This is Martin here and another Wednesday. That's right, apparently. And I want to give you an update and on what I see for the second half of 2025. No doubt what has gone wrong or what has gone right was pretty much dependent on the outcome from the tariff, from the global chaos that was caused by the Trump administration in here, and what is likely going forward in the second half of the year. I will try to attempt to give you an outlook going forward on what the market see, and I'm still sticking to my outlook that the KLCI this year is still going to end up with a down year. Now, earlier on in January, we have seen the seasonal, which I will talk about it, the seasonal return from the month of January. So if you get the month of January down year, it is likely you will see also a down year for the rest of the year. So let's get cracking. So welcome to the Bursa Malaysia second half outlook and the sector that we should watch for. Okay, so the sector we should watch for is definitely in here. I would have that ready for you. Okay, so strap in, have a nice cup of tea and attempt to go through the world of algorithm trading, if you want to call it, and also outlook with statistical approach. Has always been what I do here. So let's before that, a little bit about company and myself. I'm a co-founder in here of Trade VSA, our first Malaysian digital investment advisor. That we had it back in 27 September 2024, and such that we are encouraging many of our members to do the trading using our very popular and pretty accurate Pentagon guide. Now we already have one close winner, very close winner to the Apple iPad of 10.9 inches in here, and you can also beat that. So if you are using Green Pentagon as an entry with a minimum of 4% and you need to submit in there, so make sure you submit in there, you have a chance to win the iPad. That's right, the Apple iPad is yours for free if you can beat Tom with a real trade on Green Pentagon for up to May, right? So he is the current runner right now for this iPad, and if no one can beat him, and then he will be likely awarded with this iPad in there. So 8.223. Okay, so 8.223, that's all you need, and if you can do so, I think that is definitely a good way to do so. 8.22, if you think someone would probably say, hey, I can do that with a Green Pentagon and I've done it much better in here, feel free to join us then. All right, so this is where we are heading to. Okay, so let's go on to what we have for you right now, and let's see. Okay, so we're going to go back here. We're going to go back here. We're going to delete this, and we're just going to go on to the next topic. Now, year of snake, I like to remind everybody, it's not a good year. I know that I don't have anything so-called very bullish that you can buy and hold for many months. That strategy would not work for the year of snake. Now, you have to have a very short trading term. See profit, take profit, hit target price, take profit, cut loss, exit. That is the way to survive this year. So this year, even our trading bot are still in the negative territory. It's not easy, having said that. So this is why I advise many of you who try to buy low, and which is a good strategy in here. But as soon you have a little bit of profit in here, do take it in there, because the market might not, because it's likely to be in a range market. I will attempt to explain it as I go further onwards. So this is the KLCI that we have today. So let me just try to draw everything in perspective for you. All right, so you can see the market has really been a pretty much downtrend, right? So if I draw this trend line here, okay, you can see where we will continue to go downwards, and this is still in downward. Then we have a very steep downwards in here. The market rebounded back, and for our members, you remember what I said, right? We are likely to see, we want to see what? What do we want to see? We want to see another double bottom before the market pullback. So we are looking for a double bottom, okay? So a double bottom, okay, must occur, okay, for the market to go back higher. So keep that in mind. So even if you get the green pentagon right now, we may see weakness come in, and we all know that, right? The Trump reciprocal tariff is only for 90 days, and in July, which is 3 months from now, we will see this thing coming out. So meanwhile, that's why I always say it's best that you continue to trade the shorter term, then you will have more of an opportunity from then onwards, right? That is the right strategy to begin with. Don't buy and hold in here. The market will continue up. So you just want to trade with the, like here, green pentagon, the market goes up, take a little bit of profit and then move on, okay? Now we want to, so let's take a look at where we are in terms of our trade VSA, okay, from the seasonal return. All right, the seasonal return is something that you all have seen before. Before I go on to the sector in here, right, I will talk about the likelihood sector that is which was likely to be more bullish. So we can see from here, month of April is still in the red territory, right, because of the tariff in here. Very similar to what we've seen back in 2020, the beginning of the COVID. We have January, February, March, third month, and then the market decided to return back in here. Let's see the month of May, okay? We will see a return, or month of April. We still got another 14 days more to go for the month of April, whether the market will recover or not. Now, let me just bring back the slide for you here, okay? So here, no, I want to bring this up here. Make it a bit smaller, then you're able to see this better. Okay, so you can see from here, pretty much the beginning of March, okay? March is somewhere around here, market goes down. So we are at the beginning of April. So beginning of April is about 1470. So should the market take out and move higher, right, from here onwards, then we are likely to see back to 150. We'll see a positive, but I do think that April is not going to be down with the minus 2.4%. I think it's going to be much smaller, maybe minus 0.1 or 0.2% in here. So there will be a rebound in here. Now on the Bursa outflow, you can see a continued outflow from here, and let me just bring out the foreign fund flow. Okay, so there were only one occasion of foreign fund flow, is that a fluke, and we need to have couple of successful series of buying first. You need to see a couple successful series of buying in here, like we have back in 2nd of February, 7 in here. This is only just on the April 10th. So that's not good enough. You have to have 2 or 3 series of buying, and then we still have down months or what we call the outflow in here that will push the market sufficiently lower. So this still is the ongoing trend that we see so far on the terms of foreign fund flow. Now I want to share with you if the Bursa KLSE futures, okay? So the Bursa KLSE futures, we want to measure the peak and the trough. So you can see back in 2023, we have a drawdown of 9%, okay, and the peak of only 2%. All right, so keep in mind that's 2023. That was a minus, I think 3% or 4%. Okay, let's go back to my chart here, my seasonal chart for 2023. And why this is important is because this seasonal return will tell you whether the market is bullish with regards to the pattern. Okay. You can see 2023 we were down 2%, minus 2% in here. So 2023 the drawdown was 9%. So that's not going to be the base. Just like right now we have a drawdown of 15%. Okay, from the peak there. Okay, 1633 here, right before the market sell off. We went down to low of 1380. All right, so start of the year is 1478, and then the market went down lower. But that's a drawdown. There's no upside yet. So on 2024, we have a drawdown of about 11%, right? Then the market gained back 11%. So you can see on 2023, 2024, we have a 12% return. So the market has to gain back up, right? And usually the case is you will not see too much drawdown. The drawdown may be very, very small. But having said that, my rationale, if the drawdown numbers is big, likely the year-end closing will be smaller. The year-end closing result. So that's what also concurred with my bearish month of January, seasonality. We can look back to 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. They were all, with the exception of the COVID year, every year was actually a down year. All right, there was a down year in here. So it does make the market a conducive environment for trading purposes, right? So the market, if it's gone up high, you want to be taking profit, and the market going down, you want to be thinking of buying. So that's the strategy I continue to. Now, do you agree with what I've just said there? Give me a thumbs up, and also let us know where you're listening from, and I do hope we have some of our members joining us today, all right? For that. Now next we're going to be looking at the Dow Jones. Okay, so the Dow Jones, right, let's bring in the Dow Jones, and I'm going to have this here. So that was the last week. We want to go to this week here. Okay, so we just make it a bit bigger here. Now for those of you who's interested in our buy and sell call of our plugin, you can get it by becoming a member of our VSA 360. Now I switch to a weekly chart, so I'm just going to switch back to a daily chart, and you can see much better from here. So I'm just going to reset this again. So from here onwards, you can see the drawdown for the Dow Jones was 18%, and usually same pattern again. When you see such a huge drawdown for the year, we will see the Dow Jones also end with a negative return every year. It's pretty predictive. It's a very predictive model that we see, because the market is down so much, just like a rubber band. If you've been down so much, you pull the rubber band, it's not going to go straight back up. It will take some time to straight back up again. All right, and with the tariff that is ongoing, I am pretty sure Dow Jones will also end with a negative year. Hopefully we don't go down too much, that's all, right, coming from here onwards. So you can see from here the drawdown, and right now we also talk about the double bottom. Okay, we want the Dow Jones to form a double bottom first before it can also go up. That's where we are. You can see here, right? The double bottom, very, very similar. Let me just erase this again, right? And we have this, and we have this in here. So this is going up, this is going up. So here is likely the market will sort of coming back, and this is also what I talk about, the dead cat bounce. Okay, the dead cat bounce, the market actually drop off in here before rebounding up. That's where you need to break back up to the 40,000. It's not going to go straight up, so we will have another sell off in here. So the thing that you want to watch out for is the wicks, VIX. The VIX indicator wicks will tell you this market is likely to fall. It's not ready to go higher, so keep that in mind. Now if you have any questions you want me to answer, feel free to post it in there, and I do usually know that all our members and also our audience are the quiet group. So on the FBM KLCI, you can see for the 30 stocks, right, many of them actually is in the negative territory. As a matter of fact, RHB, Maybank are all in negative. So what does this mean? It means that just now we talked about the drawdown. When you have a drawdown like 15%, the market will not close the year that low. So that is also mean a lot of the FBM 30 KLCI will rebound back, just like a rubber band. You pull it far out, it's going to snap back in here, and this list that you can take a look at them if you want some of these so-called blue chip KLCI stock, and they are not going to be down there for long, because when the price started to move back up due to the more positive earnings that is coming up in here, this market will snap back up and move back higher. Okay, so also supporting the market that I don't think the market is going down too much are some of the ongoing mega projects. Okay, the ongoing mega projects that you see here, like Penang, Buta, LRT, which has already been kicked off, and some of the beneficiary Bursa Malaysia companies in here. So we will take a look at some of these, like Airport, WCT. So that's all law-wide. Some of the construction has certainly gone up. Okay, so let's take a look at them. Okay, and I'm just going to scroll back up here. And first one, let's make it a bit smaller and check out the Pentagon, right, for this company in here. Okay, first one is Gamunda, which is a very popular of all stock people. Okay, so you can see Gamunda certainly, and you can see last year Gamunda. Okay, let me just show you again. Let me just push this up a bit here. Right, last year it went up by 117%. Right, so this year is down 17%. So this is pretty good, right? As I said before, those projects are still ongoing. So the market will not draw down too much. So this may be a buying opportunity. Just wait for the green Pentagon. Now, if you have the Smart Robi in here, make sure you put Gamunda into your watch list. So whenever the green or red Pentagon comes in, you will first get notified of it here. All right, so you can see trend is still down if you're following the market stages, stage 1, stage 2. So for our members, you probably know what I'm talking about in here. The trend is still going down, but you don't want to average down, right? You want to wait for the green Pentagon to come up first before you start buying them. Okay, so next we have the Kota Kinabalu International Airport expansion, which is around 442 million. Okay, so the let me take a look at this one. So we have airport, WCT. Okay, WCT is holdings, and again, a lot of these construction stocks, but this one already turned green Pentagon, so that's very good. And you also have a double bottom, so this does signify this market, pretty good. So we can also look into the financials for WCT. You can check from in here. It's only a P of 3.31 times. Okay, 3.31 times, and so that looks pretty good. Okay, so this is really an undervalued stock, right? If you look at historically, the company valuation are pretty good. Okay, let's look at also the annual. Okay, the annual growth is only that the net income is negative despite the this was from 2023, but I do think that coming in the WCT will recover back and gives us a more positive outlook from here onwards. Okay, so that's a good way to buy WCT. No doubt the trend is down, right? But you're buying it at the very, very low base. Last year it was up. Okay, WCT construction were up 93%. This year, okay, WCT is still down 31%. So you're buying right at the below in here. It's not going to stay long for a long time. It will rebound back, and the green Pentagon is definitely in here. Or of course, if you want it a bit more trendy, wait for the market to trend back up from here, then only start to go in, which is much better. Then next we want to look at, we won't be able to go through some of this list in here, but for many of you, you will have a snapshot of this list, and then you want to go through your watch list. You can set up in our Pentagon Guider in here, and then take it from there. If the stock were to come in, then you want to look at. So we also want to look at the Airport Berhad has been taken private. Unfortunately, let me just type it here. Yeah, Airport Berhad has been taken private, so you can't get that one anymore. So we'll look at also Matrix Concept. Okay, so Matrix Concept is also benefiting from the Malaysia Vision Valley, a multi-billion dollar project. It's a construction in there, right? And this is the one that is in Seremban. Okay, so take a look at that one too. And again, a lot of the stocks are still in the downtrend. Wait for the green Pentagon, which WCT has already turned to, and this one is much better. You can see last year WCT was up 52%, but this year it is down 15%. So this is where you want to be able to buy on a recovery theme in here, or check out the rest on your own. Okay, so we've done some of those in the Pentagon Guider chart in here, right? And we want to go through the list, okay, the members list. Okay, Now, any of you want to look at the stocks? So those are the recovery stocks I will talk about just now. What's going to be having on the other sectors? I will think going forward for the remaining weeks in the coming Wednesday, I will cover some of this sector, because there's a lot more sectors. I just showed you today, if you go back to here, are just the construction, which is pretty good, and you have Gamuda, WCT, of course Airport is no longer there, and then also Matrix. They are all in buying opportunity. But if you go back to the FBM 30 in here, there are different sectors too. I've just covered construction for today. Alright, for those people, remember, our members understand the market stages. Stage 1 for the accumulation, stage 2, right now our market is in stage 4. Downtrend in here. We haven't seen the stage 1 unless we form a double bottom, and that's what we talked about that earlier in here. That is perhaps the most fundamental way to do your market timing. Likely the market's going to range bound. This year for 2025 we will see a negative return. Now, if you have any stocks you want me to look at, this is your members' choice. We will bring up the Pentagon Guider. Okay, so every Wednesday night I will ask for members if they want me to comment on their stock. This is your opportunity. All right, and don't forget the winner for the potential winner for our Smart Roby contest. So far is Tom with the 8.22% gain from American stock. He bought on the 19th of March, took profit on the 2nd of April, and the 18.22 is a real money trade. And he gained a 50 ringgit voucher plus in for running for Apple iPad 10.9 inches. Now, if you think you can beat 8.22% using a real trade, fill up the form, submit to us, and we will award you the free iPad that you're always looking for, and also the 50 ringgit voucher. And if you don't beat 8.22 by submitting, you will still get the minimum of 4% return. You will still get the 50 ringgit voucher. So any stocks that you all have, so as usual, I do not get any stocks that you want me to look at. So with that, we will end our session tonight in here. So it's always that you want me to comment anything, feel free to put it into your comment in there. Else, I will assume you're all well taken care by our Pentagon system. Green to buy, red to sell. All right. Don't forget our campaign chat with Smart Roby to win. Okay, minimum of 4% to get a 50 ringgit voucher. All right, our series 5 for premium membership is still ongoing, and if you're interested to join us, that's part and parcel of our learning in here. You'll get it. And don't forget to join our Telegram free stock market information. So that's all I have for tonight in here. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.